Hello and welcome to the Daily Mail. Saturday, 24th of December 2022, otherwise known as Christmas Eve. Now, we've got a game on Boxing Day, but I will do the preview today. So, we're going to preview the Watford away game. We're going to start off with supporter information from Watford. There's a thing going around online that they're not going to be selling alcohol in the away end, sadly. So I'm trying to find out if that's true or not, but I can't see it. But I did find this treasure trove of information here. I think this is aimed at the home fans. Kind of weird that you have to tell the home fans how to get to a game and what that's all about. But I suppose that's how it is these days. So here we go. Apparently they put all the I don't know if this is mandatory. They put all the tickets, season tickets, and tickets on your phone. Which I hope to God Mill don't do that, because that just seems to be an absolute fucking nonsense. And you'll see in a minute how much of a nonsense it is. Well, isn't it great? Look, we can put your ticket on your phone. Isn't it great? Isn't it great? Well, no, because what happens then is down here they tell you need to get there early now, because everyone has to get the phone out, set it up, touch it on the thing, boom, everyone, oh, okay. Oh, beep, beep, oh, your phone's not working, beep, beep, oh, it doesn't work, try it again, beep, beep, oh, if it's not better, it's not better. It doesn't matter whether it's a piece of paper or a fucking £2,000 fucking phone. Please, Mill, do not do this shit, because this is absolute fucking nonsense. Now, luckily, because you're an away fan, you've got a paper ticket. So, although there are probably QR codes and barcodes and stuff, they have to swipe and things. So, but this is it. This is the future. Complete fucking nonsense. Yeah, you see it. Look, it just goes on and on. And there's another thing here. Funny. Use of the G word. The G word, not the G spot. The G word. Here at Watford FC, we regard ourselves as the original family club. While it's a pleasant tag to use, it's a statement deliberately made to invite scrutiny and measure of our work to be as inclusive a club as possible. While we certainly would not want to dampen anyone's enthusiasm during a game, and we encourage you to be noisy in your support of the team, we'd like to remind everyone that use of the G word in chants is both contrary to our image and deeply offensive. It would also be classed as a hate crime in the eyes of the law, and as such could result in arrest and ejection from Vicarage Road. What is the G word? What is G? Does anyone know what the G word is? G word. Is it golly? It can't be that, can it? Can't be that. Is it gypsy? Why would? Is it gypsy? Who says gypsy though? Doesn't everyone say pike, or is that just a Kent thing? Do they call Luton fans gypsies or? I don't know. Well, it must be that. What else can it be? Don't know. But you can say, right, what are you talking about? And then obviously, please don't bring knives, fireworks, smoke canisters, air horns, flares, as in not the trousers. Trousers are fine. The maritime emergency flare, weapons. Well, anything can be a weapon if you use it right. You know what I'm saying? Dangerous or hazardous items. That's very open to interpretation. Laser devices, bottles or other glass vessels, cans, poles. Oh, so they just said they don't discriminate, and now they won't let you bring Polish people in. What's that about? Any other article that might compromise public safety and or illegal stuff. So basically anything. they can say anything. But yeah, I couldn't find out whether alcohol was banned in the away end tomorrow. And it may well be, which is a bit shit to be honest. I mean, it's Boxing Day, let's celebrate. But because you certainly can't probably not be able to have a drink before the game. So it's a bit of a rum do. Now let's get into this now. This is from 11v11.com. It is the historical head-to-head record between Millwall and Watford, and I've sorted it so it's the Watford versus Millwall games first. Very first game way back on the 27th of November 1920. We lost 1-0. Sign of things to come? Maybe. But looking through this, you can see it's very streaky. Very streaky. See, in the 1920s, we had 4 wins in a row. So, pretty good. And then we had, bizarrely, 5 draws in a row on our trips to Vicarage Road. 1937, 2-2, and then 1938, 1-1. And then straight after the war, 10 years later, 1948, 1-1. And then in 1950, in April and September, 2-0. Kind of weird. And then we have another streak of defeats. This is kind of, Watford must have been pretty decent then, or maybe Millwall won. Very high scoring games as well, and we lose 5 in a row. 1953 to 1958. And it does seem to be quite hard on us. 2-1, 5-3, 4-2, 2-0, 3-0. And then we get our own back, because obviously in the 60s we were actually pretty decent. In mid 60s and early 70s, we went on an unbeaten streak from 1958 all the way to 1972, winning 4-0, which I think may be our biggest win up there. 4-0 win on 1971, January 1970. And then it gets a bit. We don't play them for 8 years, from 72 to 1980, and that was in the League Cup. And then we play them again in 1990, and we win that one. And we do pretty well. We have a spell in 1992 to 1995 where we don't win, because obviously they actually got a lot better then. They went on an upward trajectory. Elton John took over, Graham Taylor, John Barnes, all that stuff in the 80s, and that kind of took them to another level. While we kind of just stayed where we were, really, in the 3rd division. So you can see late 90s, obviously they kind of boiled off, and we went up there and won 4 in a row, including 1st of January 2002, Watford versus Millwall, 4-1 win, which very notable for this incident. It was, I don't know if it was his first game back. I think it was after cancer, Neil Harris, and he scores. Or that might have been his first goal after coming back, but I think it might have been his actual first game back. Come off the suspension, scored. I was at that game. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Really good. You can see, look, Daichi's there, Reed's there, Sadlier's there, Denzel's there. Some big Millwall names in that team who did really well. Yeah, good team that 2002. Anyway, let's get back. So, but then you can see after that, not very good in the 2000s, and you can see. So that takes us up to now. This last year, 24th of April 2021. We actually won that one. Obviously, they were the last time we were there, so that they got promoted from that after that game, and we were trying to get into the playoffs, and it just didn't happen. But you can see we lost that one 1-0, and we actually won in 2006, won that 2-0. But you can see on Boxing Day 2013, so 4-0 defeat. Is that a sign of things to come? I don't know. I'll just have a quick scan and see if we played them on Christmas time before. 1st of November 2014, lost that 3-1. So we are on a run now of 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 games without a win and only 1 draw. So not very good at all. Not very good at all. We haven't won on air since 2006, which is, quick math, what's that, 16 years? We haven't won there for 16 years and 6 games. So doesn't look good. Although, like I said, streaks need to end. So you would think we would be due a win. Because how long can a streak run for? You can see up here we've got streaks that run for about 6 games, and then they end. And that's what we're in the middle of a 6-game streak of not winning there. So is it time for us to win then? Maybe it's not. Maybe our secret weapon. Zion Fleming can do something tomorrow. We might actually win this. So let me just go back and see. Were there any Christmas games at Watford in the past? 20th of December, 1924. We lost that 1-0. Okay. Not really. Not really seeing anything. The 4-1 that on New Year's Day. That's not really good. And then the 2005, that was on New Year's Day as well. We lost that 1-0. And then Boxing Day, 2013, lost that 4-0. So it doesn't look good for Boxing Day. So will only be the second time we played them on Boxing Day. Last time out was a 4-0 defeat 9 years ago. So historically, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Moving on now. Pardon me. This is whoscored.com. Let's start out with the match facts, which do not look too good. Watford have kept a clean sheet in 6 of their last 8 matches in the Championship. That is not good at all. Pardon me. There have been under 2.5 goals scored in Watford's last 5 games. Indeed, they seem to be grinding results out. We'll probably see that later, but we'll have a look. They're not really splashy, they're just keeping a lot of clean sheets and nicking the odd goal. Watford have been winning at both half-time and full-time the last 3 home matches in all competitions. That does not sound good at all, does it? Watford have won 5 of the last 6 home matches in all competitions. It's all coming up to look very favourable for us tomorrow, I would say. Oh dear. Let's move back into the middle and see previous meetings. The last 6 matches, I'll set it up so you can see best result we had was a 0-0 draw. We've lost 5 and drawn 1. We've only scored 2 goals in 6 games at Watford. Holy shit, this is bad. We've over 6 games of travelling to Vicarage Road, we have scored 2 goals and conceded 11. And not only that, the yellow cards are 13, and we've had a red card as well. The Boxing Day game where we lost 4-0. So last time out Boxing Day, 4-0 defeat, we got a red card. Was that? I think I was at that game as well. I think it was pissing down. Was that Nevercott who got sent off? Dyche? Was that Dyche who got sent off? I could probably click on it and find out. Never mind. Let's have a look. Oh, Danny Shitu. Oh yeah, gave away a penalty as well, I think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, not too good, was it? So let's get back on it. And let's have a little. Right, let's set this back up. So here we go. So obviously that is terrible. 2 goals scored in 6 games at Bridge Road. So obviously got massive problems playing up there on that pitch. Maybe it's the dimensions. I think it is quite a big pitch. Quite different to the Mill pitch. So here we are. They are 4th in the table. We are 10th. We've got a game in hand of them, but you can see. So they've only conceded 22 goals in 23 games. less than a goal a game, which is very good. They've scored 30, and they have a record of 10 wins, 7 draws, and 6 defeats. And we are 9, 5, and 8, 27 goals scored and 26 against. So it doesn't seem that much, but obviously there is a difference, and that difference is 6 places in the league. So let's have a look at in terms of home form. They're the 6th best team at home in the league. So we're the 3rd, but we're playing away, and they're the 6th best. Okay. In terms of away, we obviously know we're literally the 2nd worst away team in the league, and that can't continue. We obviously need to start getting some points away from home, because we need to be better than that. Because that's that's the Achilles heel. That's the reason why we're not in the playoffs. That's not good enough. It isn't good enough. Probably need to be around about 13, 14 in the away league, and that will help us get in the playoff zone. But playing 11 away games and only winning 2 of them and getting 3 draws, that's not going to cut it, I'm afraid. That's not going to cut it. So players need to start, and they need to start with tomorrow's away game. In terms of form, overall, been a very stop-start for us. We obviously came back earlier than everyone else. That didn't work out. So the last 6 games, we've won 1, drawn 3, and lost 2, scoring 5, conceding 7. But look at Watford. They've only conceded 2 goals. They've only scored 6. They're averaging a goal a game up front, but they've only conceded 2. And that's given them enough to get 3 wins, 2 draws, and 1 defeat. So they are in pretty good form. We are in average form. So let's go down and look at home and away, the last home and away matches. So last time out for Watford was a 0-0 draw at home to Hull. Interesting. They couldn't beat Hull at home. That was 13 days ago. Okay. And that was the first home game back since the World Cup break, it seems. Before then, it looks like a midweek game against Reading. Or maybe the midweek game was the Coventry game, I'm not too sure, but they beat Reading 2-0. They lost at home to Coventry 1-0. Coventry doing pretty well. They beat Luton. I'm sure they're glad about that. They beat them 4-0. So they kept clean sheets against Luton, Reading, and Hull. They conceded 2 to Swansea. Conceded 1 against Norwich, but won that 2-1. And they conceded against Coventry and failed to score. So they failed to score in 2 games. Maybe that's a silver lining for us if we can sort our defence out. Murray Wallace, I don't know if he's going to get dropped or have a word spoken to him. Or maybe Barrett might even change the formation just for this game. I don't know. Go back to the 5-3-2 or whatever you call it, 5-2-3-1, 5-2-4-1, 3-8, 2, 3, 6. Whatever he's going to do, I don't know. But if we can stop them scoring, we might have a chance. Now obviously Mill's last away games. The anomaly, which is Preston 2, Millwall 4, but especially Zion Fleming 4. He basically had 5 shots and scored 3 goals. So and he made those goals out of basically kind of out of his own volition. See Sunderland 3-0. That wasn't good to watch. That was horrible, absolutely horrible. Kept a clean sheet at Birmingham, but we failed to score. And we failed to score at Huddersfield. So you can see, look, just how far back we're going. We still got that Huddersfield game there. That was that really bad result. It's still there on the system because it was only 4 away games ago. So you can see there. So here are strengths and weaknesses. I'm not going to read all that out. You can pause it and have a look if you want. Match forecast. Watford will score as a result of individual skill. Very likely. Millwall will score from a set piece situation. Very likely. Okay, so they think both teams will score then. Watford will steal the ball from the opposition often, and Watford will dominate possession. Okay. So let's move on to the other page from whoscored.com. So they reckon both teams are going to play 4-2-3-1. They've got a lot of injuries right now. A lot of injuries. We've got the 3. It's actually accurate this week. Millwall one. Not always accurate. Match facts, we've already read them. Not involved with that. So let's get on to the prediction. Brazilian starlet João Pedro produced a second half brace against Huddersfield as Watford cruised to victory in Yorkshire. Slaven Bilić's men have climbed to 4th ahead of the visit of Millwall, but remain 7 points behind in the race for automatic promotion. Millwall had top scorer Zion Fleming to last time out. His first half strike helped the Lions rescue a point against Colo Torres in Wigan. The Dutch midfielder has been a revelation in an inconsistent but promising first half of the Championship season. Indeed, yeah, not only is our away form shit, but that result against Wigan, that really, it was just flat, wasn't it? So we need to be popping. We can't be flat again. We need some chaos. We need some drama. We need some pizzazz. We can't be flat like that. But they predict Watford 2, Millwall 1. Okay, interesting. 2-1 to Watford there. Now let's get on to SkySports.com and the predictions from David Prutton, named Championship predictions. So let's go down and see where we are. Obviously, the game is on the Sky Sports Red Button. It's also on TV in the UK, that is, as well. So there you go. Blimey, we're all the way down today. Okay, so here we go. Watford versus Millwall, Boxing Day, 12 p.m. And Prutton predicts Watford 1, Millwall 1. So interesting stuff there. Yeah, man, I want to think that we can win, but that's realistically. And you got to think we're going to lose, and we could be losing quite heavily. In terms of my prediction, man, it's kind of tough, isn't it? I mean, Rowett's taking them up there overnight, Christmas night, which is, for a trip to Watford is a bit strange, but it is early in the morning, so he's not fucking around. He wants us to do this properly. He's getting it done, so it's up to the players now to do something and turn up. I would say, I think, however great it is that Zion Fleming's scoring all these goals, I'm pretty sure he still hasn't got an assist yet. So I mean, come on, Zion, spread the love, mate. Set someone else up, and let's get some goals in the team. And in terms of Jake Cooper and everyone else moaning that he gets wrestled in the box for the set pieces. Well, if you know they're going to do that, use him as a decoy. Don't use him do a fake out. And then if they do wrestle him off the ball, that's a penalty. The ball's not going to him. Why are you touching him? Why are you wrestling him? You know what I mean? You've got to be clever. You've got to do something. You can't just turn up and get in a straight fist fight, because we can't do that because we're not good enough. They are the better team. They're in better form. Lately and over the season, they're good at home and we are shit away. The worst away team, second worst away team in the league. And we need to figure out a way to fix that. But I can't see it, to be honest with you. I think we've got to pin our ropes on the 2 games. We got these 3 games over the festive period. We got Watford away. We got Bristol City at home. I think Rotherham's at home as well, isn't it? So you've got to say that you would write the Watford game off and think, oh well, we're going to lose that, and then hope to win the next two. But that's not guaranteed because we can't. We could draw like we did against Wigan. We need to win against Bristol City and against Rotherham. And that, if we did do that, that would be good. I would take the 6 points from the two home games, a defeat to Watford, but we do need to start winning some away games. But I'm gonna have to say, I think it's going to be Watford 2, Millwall and 0. Watford 2, Millwall 0. Yeah, I think it's going to be another dud. Sadly for all those Millwall fans going up there and those of us watching it. But like I say, hopefully it's not. Hopefully there is some magic, Christmas magic, and something happens that saves the day and gives us something to marvel at, which we saw at Preston. Like, that was an absolute crazy result. We need more of that. We need more chaos. We need more magic. We need more funny business, because that's how we're going to get results away from home. We need to be a bit sly. Yeah, but I'm going to have to go Watford 2, Millwall 0. And on that note, sadly, thank you for watching and goodbye.